Howdy again, folks. Well, back on the 97 Dodge Ram 1500 again, and what I'm going to do today is replace the power steering pump. So here's the power steering pump right here. All this, you got to take this off, take the belt off, and there are 4 bolts to this. I don't know if I can get you down there, but I'll tell you what I'm going to show you in a little bit. There are 4 bolts. You can see the one there with the, get this situated right here maybe, the wires on it. There's one below that, and then, let's see, pull that out of the way for a second. There's one here and one down there, and I'm going to do something else to this thing, and that's I'm going to try to adjust this steering a little bit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this shroud off right here. Now you don't have to do that to do just the power steering pump, and probably I don't have to do it to adjust the steering gearbox, but I'm gonna anyway, because I think it would, well, there went my light. Anyway, it's, well, hold on a second. Anyway, it is right down there, right under that rubber hose that I'm moving around there, and that's where you can adjust that. And you know, like I say, I can get to it. Now you can probably see it a little bit better. I can get to it, but I'm going to remove that shroud, because usually the shrouds aren't, well, the shroud itself isn't hard to remove, but it's the fan itself, whether that fan comes off easy or not, that's the problem. So anyway, I think I'm going to take that off, just make it easier for all of us. You'll be able to see a little bit better, and I'll be able to move a little bit better, so let's give it a try. So to get this pulley, belt off, you just come to this pulley right here. This is a passenger side. Now that's a 15 millimeter bolt. Get this turned in the right direction. And you want to go like you're tightening the bolt. And just take that, pull it this direction, and pull it off of there. Pull it off of that one too. Like I say, now all of this you don't have to do that. You do have to take the belt off, at least this pulley over here on the power steering, but you don't have to do all of this, what I'm doing, to do just the power steering. Like I said, just doing that so I can make it a little easier for me. I'm going to go ahead and just take this belt all the way off right now. Now if you don't have, I'm not worried about, worried about how it goes back on. I've got a diagram here on my truck that tells me how that belt goes. I'll show you that here. See, I've got a diagram right here that tells me how that belt goes with whatever I've got on there. It says, well, if you have no AC, it tells you how to go that way. But if you don't have one of these on your truck and you're not sure how it's going to go, well, then pay attention how it wraps around all those pulleys first before you take it off. Alright, now I've just got a real tiny little pipe wrench here. And of course I don't have it opened up very much. Just enough. Put that, see if I can sneak that in there. And that's just going to rest right on this pulley right here. We'll see if that'll be enough, hold it enough to be able to break this fan loose. Not going to hold it at all, it looks like. Pull that back. There we go. Get it in the bite there. And I don't know. Did that get it? Yeah, that got it. Now they do have holes in the front of this pulley. Right down in here, you can take a screwdriver and go in and hit one of these little deals there, but they're just damn hard to get that in there, in my opinion. So, just gonna hold it with my hand here and turn that. Usually, man, they can be really tough sometimes just because you can't get anything on that pulley other than like what I got there. You might be able to do it with a channel locks or something, but I find that pipe wrench, I've done this before, I find that usually works pretty good. But you know, they're usually not on there all that much. It's just that you can't get anything on that stinking pulley. But anyway, once you get a hold of that, break off pretty decent. Didn't want that to happen. Probably flew into my radiator. Make sure you hold on to that maybe. Alright. Alright, just got a couple of bolts to take off to get this shroud off. Well, a couple on this side and 2 on the other side. These are 10 millimeters. One here, one right there. If I can sneak this down there, I've got it on my air ratchet here. A little easier. Alright, set that there for now. Go to the other side. Actually, I'm just going to pull this hose off here right now, and I'll just take this with it, that bottle with it. And I'm not sure if I can get that bottle off of there without moving that hose. I'm not sure. Oh, that's kind of usually, well, I'm going to move that hose. It looks like must be that the last time I put this bottle on here, maybe I didn't get the peg in the hole down at the bottom or something. It's just kind of flopping around there, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I think it's a little low on antifreeze anyway. We shouldn't really have too much coming out here, if any at all. Yeah, let's make sure we keep it up high somewhere. Higher than the radiator anyway. There we go. I'd have to get a screwdriver to bend those out a little bit. Let's see if we can get these out of here. We'll do one at a time here. There's one. Let's get in here and get this one out. Now, just need to pull that off to the side a little bit. That shouldn't be that hard. That was my fault. Like I said, I must have missed the hole before. Just let that kind of rest down there as long as it's not pulling on the wire, which it's not. Alright. Same deal over here. 2 10mm screws. If I can get you to see that or not. Get you some light on the subject too. A bit anyway. Now probably my arm's in the way. I'll get it started here. There we go. I'll just bring that shroud and fan out at the same time. Maybe I can slip that fan. Now I can give you a better look at what we're doing here. Like I said, there's 4 bolts. This one here, this one down here, right there, and then here and here. Got to take those off. But first, before we do that, I'm going to suck the fluid out of this thing. Don't have to do it. It's not going to get all of it, but it'll get a good bit of it. got a container down here below. I'm putting this other hose in. Kind of put this in here so that doesn't come out. This is just a cheap Harbor Freight pump. See if it even works. I did the last time I used it. These things for about $6 or something. That around? Yeah, get that deeper. Yeah, it's pumping it in there. Oh yeah. Try a different spot, see if I can get it in there deeper. I don't know. Yeah, that felt pretty good right there. See, I got a little bit. I think I've got about all I'm going to get out of it. Also, I've got a piece of cardboard laying underneath there too, catch any drips. No matter how good you are, you're not going to stop it from dripping some. Oh, that's really kind of pouring out of there. Might have to let that sit for a little bit. Just let that drip for just a little bit. Alright, well here it is. That's what we got out of it. Probably about an inch at the bottom there. Alright, hopefully you can see. I've mentioned in some of my other videos that that camera I'm using there, the viewfinder is all messed up. I can't really see what, I can barely see anything in it, so I'm not real sure what it's pointing at. So I'm just going to take a pair of pliers and pull this little hose clamp off here. It's the low pressure side. I think I am anyway. I think I'll come from this direction. It really feels kind of small or something. Those two tabs are so close together, I'm not able to really even open it up very much. That's really kind of weird. Might have to put a different clamp on there. In fact, I might just destroy this one to get it off. I think I will. Mess with me, by God. Alright. I have to get a screwdriver or something that doesn't seem to want to spin on there. Yeah, let me see if I can break that loose. Grab a screwdriver. Alright. Just got a little tiny screwdriver, see if I can work that in there a little bit. I don't want to damage that hose. You know, it hasn't been that long ago since I put this one on, because there we go. See, that broke it loose. Because this one was actually used. The engine that's in this truck right now, this one, or the engine, this is actually the power steering unit that came on it. When I put that engine on, I already had a power steering unit. I just pulled it off to the side, you know, or whatever, and I just used that same one. But this is the one that came with that engine, so it was used anyway. And I should have got a new one, but I didn't. There we go. Pull that off. So we got a little drip going on, and I've got some just some old t-shirts underneath that, because obviously I knew that was going to pour out of there. So got that one, and we got to get the high pressure side here, and this is a 5/8. It's a 5/8, and I don't. This is not a line wrench, and I should be using a line wrench probably, but we'll see if we can. Yeah, it's gonna fit fine. I do have line wrenches. I just didn't have one out here. Probably haven't loosened that enough to, oh yeah, it's turning by hand. I'm sorry, my arm's in the way, folks. It's gonna kind of wiggle that line a little bit, and as I'm taking it off, kind of loosens it, and you know, it'll kind of pull on it and want to put it in a bind. I like to take my lines off first before I take the, you don't have to, you can do it either way, however you like it, but I like it kind of rigid there before I take my bolts off here to take the whole thing off. But that's just me. Now, since I got a bunch of room in here, I'm just going to use this long extension, and on all of them, except for maybe that one. I don't think I'll be able to get a socket on that one. Probably have to wrench it off. Break that loose. These are 14 millimeter, by the way. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a socket on that one, so I'll have to use a wrench to get that one. This looks like a perfect place for a ratcheting wrench, which I have one. But I've broken it loose, but I don't have any metrics, but this is a 9/16, and yeah, that'll fit on there. Okay, so there's that one that holds the wires on. And then I got a all right. If you don't have one of these pulley pullers, then they have them at Harbor Freight for $19.99. They're worth it. if I can cheat here for. Alright, these are 15 millimeter. Alright, well, I just had to tap that out there, the end of this. Now I've screwed this down into that. So, there. That's a bearing that goes on there, and this is a washer, goes on there. This right there. Screw that down in. See how good that goes down there though. Make sure I've got that all threaded down in there like it's supposed to be. I'm not real sure. Hold on a second. Yeah, that can go down farther. Okay, now I think we're bottomed out. Okay. Now, tighten this down on here. Oh, that's the wrong size. Or is it? Yeah, that's the wrong size. Alright, I forgot that it's got a little plug on the back here. Good. Off my finger. This sometimes can be a little difficult putting the that line on the back here because it's always kind of got tension on it. It may not be too bad, but you got to wiggle them sometimes. It looks like that's going right in for me. Sure, I'm blocking your way, but I'm sorry, I got no other place for my hand to go. Alright. That was 5/8. Do it as much as you can with your fingers and finish it with your wrench. Alright, I'm just going to keep this pushed down so it's not pushing against this. There's the wheel well there that it's kind of pushing against, and I don't want it rubbing on that. And that feels good to me. And before I put this hose on, I'm going to have to go get a hose clamp because I don't have one that small. I took that busted one off, or that one that I busted, took it off, so I got to replace it with another one. Alright, got me a hose clamp. Come on, baby. Up here where I can get to it. Yeah, maybe that's as far as I guess that's enough. That feels pretty good. Alright, put that stuff back over here where it belongs. Alright, I put the power steering in there, fluid in there. If I can do that without spilling it. This light's freaking out here. Ooh, right on the money. Perfect. Put my belt back on. That thing needs a little grease or something, oil in there. That's not keeping that very tight. I'll spray some lube down in there. You check this fluid once before I go for a drive again. I'll bet it's a little lower. Well, it's not even showing on there. Yep, definitely needs a little more then. A little more. It's starting to show, but a little more. Okay, just a little more. It's almost a full. Well, there we go, folks. We're all back together again. Didn't take too long, maybe 5 or 6 minutes or something. Just like I say, the 2 or 4 screws and putting the fan back on don't take any time at all. So that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully that might have helped somebody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you, bye.